Hi, everybody. I'm Danine Garrett, the creator and founder of the An Intimate Conversation with Women of Color podcast, which is sponsored by Denise Consults. This podcast was created to provide women of color a platform to use our voices. So thank you so much for stopping by and enjoy today's episode. Welcome to another episode of An Intimate Conversation with Women of Color. I am your host, Danine L. Garrett, and today's guest I'm excited about because I met her on Twitter. So shout out to the power of social media and Twitter in particular. Her name is Kristina Thomas, and on Twitter it's KT. She is a mother, healer, and entrepreneur. KT, Kristina, tell us more about you.
So first of all, I want to say thank you for having me on your platform. It means the world to me, especially because I am a woman of color. So again, thank you so much. My name is Kristina Thomas. As you guys already know, I am a healer. So I perform services, and the services that I do is Reiki. And Reiki, if you guys are not aware of Reiki deals with the energy within you. And to harness that energy, we utilize crystals. Each chakra holds crystal stones. And so each chakra, depending on the chakra that you need to balance, we use a stone to enhance that energy, to align it. We transmute that negative energy that you've been feeling all in your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit. And we transmute it, we get rid of it, and we apply the greatness and the glory to your life. And that's what we do in Reiki services. I also offer soul to soul journey. So I tell you what your soul wants you to know. We tap into your soul healing. We get into that soul healing because, as you guys already know, being a healer, I had to heal myself first. So also being a mother, I suffer from childhood trauma, things that I've been through in my past. So I am also healing. So it's just exciting to provide these services to others that actually need that help, to let them know that I am with you, I stand with you, I'm walking with you. Those services vary from a lot of spiritual things because I am a healer and we practice a lot of spiritual things. One of them is the egg spiritual cleanse. So we have Reiki, we have soul journey, we have the egg spiritual cleanse, and what that consists of, you can either be in person with me or we can do it virtually. It requires you to get a egg. You do not have to boil it. It's just a raw egg. You sit it out 2 hours before our actual session. And once the session occurs, it's like you're basically getting rid of all these evil spirits and evil things that have been attached to you for years, whether it's been through bad relationships or friendships that you no longer utilize or have in your life, or family members that you've been through, whatever is attached to you that is negative and cannot go with you to the next step. Okay, because we all have next steps in our lives that we have to partake in. We get rid of that. We transmute it with the egg spiritual cleanse. So we offer a variety of services that can help heal your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, and they are found on our website. I am a mother, as you stated before. I have a 13-year-old daughter. She is homeschooled. I am so happy to say that my daughter is homeschooled. She's been homeschooled for 3 years now, and this is her last year in junior high school. So I'm super, super excited for that, and to actually take this transition from junior high school to high school is going to be a big transition for me because she's my only daughter, my only child. So it's a big transition. And I am an entrepreneur as well. I am a soap maker. I love creating soap. We do natural soaps. So I also take care of the skin. I love the skin products. About 3-4 years ago, I suffered from psoriasis. I didn't know I had it until I was in a really bad place in my life 4 years ago. And I was stressed to the max. And I started scratching my skin and it started growing on my skin. So now I know that I have psoriasis. So I started paying attention to the soaps that I was using and noticing that almost every soap brand out here uses fragrant essential oils in the actual soap. And the reason is because a lot of us, we go for the smells. I know when I'm going soap shopping, I pick up a soap bar, and if it smells really good, I'm going to pick it up because that's the way I want my body to smell. I don't even necessarily look at the ingredients. So now that I am a soap maker and I have been dealing with the skin, I always look at the back of the ingredients. And if the ingredient states that it uses fragrant oils, then I put it down automatically. Fragrant oils are harmful to the skin. And sometimes we don't notice the things that we use are harmful right away because it has a long-term effect on your skin or your body. As time goes on, you'll start to see. So I transitioned into creating soap, and it's been literally one of the best things in the world that I've actually picked up because I'm doing something that I love. I've had over a dozen clients with my soap business. I also help other businesses around the world and universe start their businesses. So they can come to me, ask me any questions about business. I'm really big on marketing and promoting. So on the social media platforms, I am marketing, promoting my business. I'm also showing different sides of me as I'm in my entrepreneur business and the entrepreneur journey that I'm taking, because people would like to see the real you. It's not always about selling your products or what you have, but it's about showing them your story in selling your products. So that's what I teach my clients that come to me and ask me questions about business. I call myself a jack of all trades, but I'm not only a jack of all trades. I have learned how to master every trade that I love and have committed myself to doing and working at every day. So not only do we do natural soaps, but in my business, I have an affirmation clothing line. So I'm really big on affirmations. I love affirmations, that I am, and speaking the positivity into your life every day, because it's so important to speak that. Sometimes we go out and we need validation from others because we can't validate ourselves. Because of the situation that we're in, sometimes we like to hear a different opinion. A different opinion will confirm what we're already thought. But in my business, I teach my clients how to only need validation from themselves, because a form of validation is people pleasing, and no one wants to people please. Okay, it's about enjoying yourself, enjoying your life, and enjoying what you were put on this earth to do. We all have a purpose, and I love helping other people embrace that purpose, as well as give them the tools that they need. So my business has spiritual tools. We do the soap, that's the skincare, because it's a part of self-care. You have to give back to yourself. Right. And using those products that are healthy and good for your skin, that can keep you glowing and feeling good and very confident within yourself. I love it. We offer sugar scrubs. All of our products that we create are made by me, of course, myself. I'm the only one that I've been in business serving my community and serving other communities for the past 5 years. And I have enjoyed every step of the way. We offer journals. So I'm dropping the journals later on this year. But it is our first burn book journal. And this journal is so special and dear to me because it is about releasing. Moving into the new year, we always have that new year, new me thing. And this book it's kind of that. It's new me. It's a new year. Let me write down my goals. But before I write down my goals and write down the things that I want to accomplish in the new year or the year that's coming, I need to release some things that cannot go with me into this new year. So this journal is a burn book release journal, and it's a 30-day journal. It gets into asking you about your life, your just how many kids you got. It's just a really cool and creative book that I created that's going to be dropping later on this year. So that's a little bit about myself. I know I can talk for days and for hours.
I'm like, I know, girl, we got questions. I got questions. Like, let me get in and ask some questions.
So that's a little bit about me and what I do in my journey.
And it's a beautiful journey that you're on. And actually, when you first started talking about the healing, I started getting teary-eyed because when I was reading your bio, I was, thinking about, and I don't know that I had shared this with you at any point, but my sister passed in October of 2020. And, previously I've always put emotions on a shelf. Like, I'm just going to compartmentalize, put them over here and keep it moving. And I did not want to do that with my sister's death. And so, you know, and we'll get to this a little bit later, but I honor her in every podcast. But, you know, what you were talking about with the healing journey, you know, that really resonated with me. And it was something personal, you know, that I could definitely relate to. And so I want to, you know, park there. I want to get into this healing journey. So specifically around the healing, and you know, you talked about being on this journey, but what actually started it? Like, where are you in it? Who are you helping, and how are you bringing others along? Which some of you've already touched on, but I do want to just kind of, you know, sit around there for a little bit on the healing journey.
Yes. So I started my healing journey when I was dating my daughter's father. We were young growing up, and we grew up a little bit too fast, I feel. And the energy was very toxic, and it created me to develop insecurities in myself, just lack confidence in who I was. And I just was doing really, really bad at that time, and understanding that I'm carrying so much, feeling unloved from not only my partner but from my family, and sometimes my friends, because you know, because I was going through things within my own self, I didn't want to sometimes reach out to my friends. However, in that process, I told myself that I can't keep sitting like this, because I felt stuck. Didn't want to get up and get a job. I had a daughter. My daughter was young. I've always been a great mom to my daughter, but still feeling stuck, not bringing in no money, not being able to eat at certain points in time, having to go ask for a lot of things when it came to taking care of my daughter from my daughter's father's side of the family, and also my side of the family. It was just a rough time for me. So it was individuals that came into my life that taught me about healing, showed me a different side of healing from the things that I needed to heal from. I started getting into reading spiritual books. And this happened in the year of 2015. 2015 is when I was going through rough patches and things like that, feeling very stuck. And then I had a wonderful person come into my life and teach me about healing and different things. So I started ordering books. I started getting into the crystals. And then I came across other people that were also into healing. Now, don't get me wrong, in this healing journey, there has been a lot of trauma too within other people that have been healing and have been in the spiritual journey. So I had to disconnect from a lot of people who I thought were here to help me learn another way to heal. I just had to disconnect from that, because I felt I was growing from the stage that those individuals were currently at. So I've made a lot of mistakes in my healing journey, as well as outside of my healing journey. But in all, I went into a deeper healing in 2018, after I found out that I thought I had breast cancer. And this was, I was one day feeling my breast, and in 2018, I was also stressing too, because in 2009, my daughter's father, in 2008, my daughter's father was shot 5 times. So he's been paralyzed since 2008. One second, I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. So he's been paralyzed. I do apologize. He's been paralyzed since 2008, and we had our daughter in 2008. So it's already been a lot of pressure on me coming into the relationship, raising a child, and having a partner that was paralyzed from waist down. He still can't feel his legs from waist down. So that also had to do with a lot of my healing, deciding to heal from those things. In 2018, I went into a deeper healing because the relationship between us got physical. It started becoming a little abusive, where I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't put my hands back on him, because I did. It got physical between both of us. And at that point, I knew that we had to come to an end. And today we are really great friends. We love each other to death. But he also helped me in this healing journey. So he was a little further than I was in the healing journey before we started getting physical and going through all our um it's a lot
Yeah.
a lot of situations, but in all, I went into a deeper healing in 2018, but I came into healing in 2015. 2018 I went into a deeper healing, and now in 2020 um I definitely went into a more deeper healing where um, I can literally see and speak to the dead, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm not afraid to really journey into it. It gets a little weird when it comes to a lot of people believing, but it's not whether you believe it or not. It's just believing in yourself and believing in your intuition and listening to my guides and things that they're directing me to do in my life. And at 2020, I can say that I'm still in my healing journey. Healing is every day, it's an everyday thing. But it has been a journey in this healing process. It has been since 2018. We're now in 2020. And when I lost my father, I just started looking at things differently, really looking at the world for what it was and not allowing, not carrying the world on my shoulders, because I'm a healer. I'm also an empath, and um I cry for every little thing. I'm a sensitive little bug, and I love it. And so because of that, there were boundaries. So in 2022, I finally got some backbone, I can say that, and started implementing healthy boundaries. With helping my mother, because my mother, a lot of my childhood trauma comes from my mom and my dad, going through situations with my mom and my dad. So that was, and losing my father this year, I really had to get into really healing, honestly, healing from things that I went through with both my mom and parents growing up with them, and releasing and letting it go, and accepting that I just have my mom. And my dad is not with us in the physical form, but he is with us in the spiritual form, and he's always walking with me. And it was a hard transition, and it's been the roughest transition that I've ever had to go through in my entire life. But I just really yeah. That's just really honestly been my healing journey, is um yeah, healing from the things in my life that has made me feel low at some
Yeah.
point in time.
Now you
And I'm talking about really low.
mentioned,
So
yeah, I think you had tweeted something before, and I think you might have been asking about relationships and whatnot. And I lost my father when I was 12, and that definitely shaped relationships for me. And so, I fully understand. I was very close to my dad, and so for you, it's very recent. It's just you're just a few months in. So, I'm definitely, thinking about you and sending you light and love on this part of your healing journey. But you mentioned a practice with eggs, and why is the egg, or how is the egg significant in that? Like, why an egg? Why a raw egg?
so the egg is when we think about fertility, we think, okay, so speaking about the egg spiritual cleanse, so basically what it is it's cleansing the negativity and everything that was attached to you, um by relationships that you've been in, because we've been in relationships, we've had friendships, we've had everything. And sometimes um those same friends and same friendships and same relationships can say harmful words or speak harmful words in the universe because they're mad. That's what you call a spell. And so some of them they spell us by what we say. And sometimes we are spelling other people too, and we don't mean to do it. It's just we are high and strong with emotions. So what that egg does, it just clears all that out. And then after doing it, you crack it in a glass of water. It reveals a lot of dark secrets about the attachments. If anyone has put any curses on you, any spells or anything like that, it reveals it. You do your little things with it, and then you send it back. So It just flushes all that evil work that people have done, or someone could have done, putting attachments on you by what they were saying. You know, people have conversations with other people about other people and things like that. And a lot of things are said. So the egg spiritual cleanse is just another way to cleanse all that negativity, and balance and harness that your power, which is very, very, very productive and unconditional love. It's just bringing that balance back. And that's what I do. The healer in me is rebalancing you, replenishing and restoring the happiness and the joy and the positivity into your life. That's what I literally do.
Okay. And is the name of it an egg spiritual clean?
Yes, it's called Egg Spiritual Cleanse. Yes. And you, if you're ever interested in getting it done, it's online. It's a service that you can book. I have a couple services online that you can book. However, before you book my services, I always tell people to book a consultation. Let me get to know you so that I can understand what services will best service you and what you're going through in the present moment, what you need assistance with and you need help with. The consultation is free, it's 30 minutes. The same thing you can do is book. I always tell new clients and my clients to just go ahead and book that consultation, because sometimes I've had clients that come back to me after not seeing me in a year. So they come back, but I always tell them, let's do the consultation, because I don't know who you are. You can change in a year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we go through in a year. So that's how I get to know all my clients, all my new clients, and my clients that come back to me, my return clients. That's how I book. That's how I get to know them, to understand a little bit better, because I want to understand you and literally what you need. I'm a healer that is a light worker. So I work in the light all the time, and I need to know what services that I can offer, or if I can't, or if I don't have services that you need, I can send you to someone that I do know that offers the services that you need, that can get you right. So I always like to learn about my clients before actually doing any service on them.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, that was interesting. And it seems like I saw something on TV, something recently with an egg. So it probably was like a very similar cleanse that they were doing. So, whether it's through Reiki, whether it's through the egg cleanse, whether it's through soap or any of your other businesses, I'm sure you run into women who haven't tapped into their power and voice. So what 3 actions would help a Black and or woman of color own their power and voice?
Confidence. I speak confidence so much, because if you're not confident in who you are, then you are not going to be, your voice, you're going to be unseen and unheard. So it's best that you develop your confidence. And confidence is to me, I'm going to say it's so easy to develop your confidence and rebalance yourself, because you can look yourself in the mirror. You're already beautiful. But looking yourself in the mirror and speaking affirmations into you is powerful. And that can help you with your confidence. And when your confidence builds, you're able to accomplish so many wonderful things. So, number 1, having confidence in yourself. Number 2, believing in yourself is super important. Have that confidence, okay? But also believe that you are confident enough to walk in the path that you're walking in, to let your voice be heard, and to let your light shine, you be seen in other ways that might be unnatural to you and weird at first, but as time goes on, you're going to love it. Being confident, believing in yourself, and literally doing the work. Doing the work, because we talk so much about changing all these things that we want to do, these changes that we want to implement. How can we get our voice heard? But we're not making these necessary changes after hearing ourselves talk about the change. So it is best that you really apply pressure. I'm going to say that because I love
Apply
that.
pressure to yourself, right?
Apply pressure to yourself. After you rebuild your confidence and you believe in yourself, apply a pressure. Set that goal. Take that risk. Start that business. But remember, these 3 key things is to be confident, believe in yourself, and execute the plan. We're going to say execute, because apply pressure, I feel like apply pressure is that medium stage. We can apply pressure, but when we execute the plan comes out the way it's supposed to come out in divine time, because we're executing that plan. But we have to believe in ourselves so that we can believe in our purpose, so that we can walk confidently in speaking our power. I was a woman that used to be very shy. I was really shy. And now here I am sitting doing a public recording that other people are going to be able to hear and listen to, and be able to reach out to me. This is exciting. And so if it wasn't for me healing and rebuilding my confidence, believing in my voice, and believing that I have something, I have a gift, and that gift that I have, I want to share it. I want to share it. I'm not stingy. I want to share it. I want people to know that they too can do the same thing I can do and better. Go out and do it your way and do it better.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to share the knowledge that I have to every woman, to every, not only women, but men and children, because children is out the new generation, and they're going to grow up and they're going to be strong. And especially our women, our generation of women, they're going to grow up and be strong. Their voices are going to be heard and they're going to be seen.
Absolutely. And, you know, and another thing, so folks are listening on their favorite podcast platform, or they're watching on YouTube. So, you know, they get to see us, see our smiling faces.
Yes.
Yeah, see everything, you know, just exuding from you, your skin, all, you know, just your excitement and what you're talking about. So they can see that as well. So I mentioned earlier about my sister having passed and how I honor her. She was an author and poet. Her name was Soul True. She wrote a book, Dreams Deferred. Please share a dream deferred moment of yours.
I'm really just, I have to pause, because Dreams Deferred, I read this book.
Oh.
And I've already read this book. I read it in high school, actually. I don't know if it's the same, if your sister, how long ago did your sister pass?
Well, she just passed in October of 2020.
Okay. And how long ago did she write Dreams Deferred?
Ooh, it could have been 10 years ago.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm only about, or a little bit. What do you remember?
So how I can remember is she was motivating us. Like I just, it was, don't let your dreams be deferred by certain things in your life that you're experiencing. Or it was at the point, I was so young. I was in high school. I'm now 31. I'll be 32. But I just graduated from high school probably about not that long ago. Okay. So, but I remember this book, and not every word in it, but some form of it. I remembered what she was, the motivation that she was giving us. Don't let your dreams be deferred by certain things. And because I've had my dream deferred a lot. Okay. When I was in high school, oh my God, let me take off my glasses, because this is always a point in time where when I talk about my life and the things that I've been through, my dreams have been deferred so many times. Okay. They were deferred when I found out I was pregnant. Okay. I wasn't going to be able to do the same thing that I was going to do. I wasn't going to be able to go off to college and get into the AAAs, sororities. Like that was a big dream of mine, to go off to college. And I actually wanted to be a forensic scientist. I wanted to study science, because science, I was very, very passionate about science. I love science in high school. So I wanted to be a forensic scientist. And after I had my daughter, I realized that wasn't it wasn't an ideal job, because I was going to be away from my daughter so much. So that dream I had to put to a side, of course. And then I wanted to be a hairdresser. I love doing hair. I love making women feel good, not only women, but men, making them feel good and confident about themselves. And then that deferred, because I got into just writing. I love to write, and I started writing poems and realized that I'm a good writer. And so but that deferred because I was very shy. I didn't take my poems anywhere. I didn't put them into a book. I didn't go to poetry, open mics to read my poetry. I just let them sit. And here it is, another dream deferred, because I used to have dreams of me going to open mics and just reading my poems and having people get to know me and a little bit about my past and the things that I've been through and done. So I have really had a lot of dreams deferred, but the one that I really struggled with was the one that was recently. When I first came out into business, being an entrepreneur, I came out doing wine glasses.
Okay.
I was really big on painting on wine glasses because I'm an artistry. I love art. I just love doing art. And I wanted to find something that I knew women would love to do. Like, I know women love wine. We love wine. We love sitting. We love talking. We love being really cute and doing that. So I wanted to create something that I knew women would love doing and just serve my women, give back to my community. And I did it and I did it and I did it. And I had tons of sip and paint events and I met tons of different types of women. But then my dream came to an end because I got bored with it.
Okay.
I felt like this is not who I am. This is not what I'm supposed to do. Why I love hosting and I love talking to people and I love doing things. It's just not me. And it was something that was just off and I couldn't understand why. So of course that dream I had to let it go. And now what I'm doing is absolutely what I want to do. It fills my cup up. It makes me confident. And I'm highly confident walking in to the woman that I am now. After my dreams were deferred so many times, and I let them go so many times, I am literally walking in my purpose. And I enjoy it and I love it and I'm confident in it. I've met so many women and so many men doing what I'm doing. I know this is for me. So yeah, and just for you saying, bringing back up dreams deferred, I'm going to go order it off of Amazon as soon as I get off the phone with you because I need to read that book again. I really do. Because just the title of the book, Dreams Deferred, it hit me to my soul. I remember that book. And no matter if I don't remember certain parts of the book, I remember the actual book. I remember it. I know that, and because I remember it, I need to go get it. That spirit telling me that's a confirmation. That book needs to be read. And I appreciate you for sharing your story, your sister's story, because it is an amazing story to share. That is, and did she get New York's best time seller? Because I thought that book was recognized. I thought it got recognized. It finally was recognized for the work that it did. The book was written well. And it's so funny that I'm sitting and doing an interview with her sister. It's like really unbelievable. The world is so short, it's so little, but it's a blessing. And I thank you for sharing that story with me. Your sister's story will forever live on, and I will forever, once I receive the book, I'm going to post it up and I'm going to tell my friends, we need to read this book because I need reassurance. And I know that book is going to give it to me.
Oh,
So
that's so awesome and special. And, and it is beautiful to hear from you because, I didn't expect it, right? It was just my way of honoring her. But you're making me feel special. And I'm sure that, this is exactly what she would want to have happen as well, because she writing with her thing, poetry, going to those open mics, whatnot. They had a memorial for her at some of her poet friends, and the person who actually he hosts them now said that she gave him his start. And so it was beautiful to hear the impact that she had on people. And so to hear you and what you're saying is a beautiful thing, and I appreciate you so much. So
I appreciate you.
thing,
I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate you. And your sister appreciates you as well, because this is what we call legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I preach this all the time to my clients. I preach it to my daughter who's 13. It's called leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what your sister did. And you are allowing her legacy to live through you and what you're doing and serving you and your audience, because I felt that in my heart. I had to pause. I had to really pause you. I had to pause because that was a confirmation, more confirmation for me to know. I was in high school. It is just mind blowing. I was in high school. That's mind blowing. That, yeah, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're
Thank you.
welcome. Probably why we connected, right? You know what I'm saying? You knew a tweet would lead to this and beyond this conversation, because, you know, as you said, you're buying a book is confirmation for you, just to motivate you to do some more exceptional things that you're doing. So this next part, you've already talked a little bit about how you're already living like this. But the beginning of the year, I started my living a dream lifestyle journey. So when you hear living a dream lifestyle, what does it mean to you? And then how are you living a dream lifestyle beyond what you've already shared?
So living a dream lifestyle is, when I hear it, it's basically, it's not so much that you can say about it. It's there. It's bold. Living a dream lifestyle. It doesn't get any better than that, honestly. That's exactly what I'm hearing. And then the questions that I'm hearing, are you living, the first question that came to my mind, are you living your dream lifestyle? Mm-hmm. And what does your dream lifestyle consist of? And my answers for that is, yes, I am living my dream lifestyle, because I'm doing something that I love to do. I'm not only healing myself, but I'm healing others that are guided towards me that need my healing. And that is a lifestyle for me. And that is a dream for me, was to always give back to my community, because I'm really big on community. And I know the work that I'm doing right now says that it's giving back to my community. I'm loving on myself. I'm loving on my people, and I'm living my dream. I'm living my dream life. I really am. And it was at this moment that I realized that I'm doing that. So thank you so much. Because these are questions that sometimes we don't ask ourselves, that we really need to ask ourselves. And the fact that when you said that, here comes other questions popping up. Are you living your dream lifestyle? What are you doing? What I'm doing is filling up my cup. I really enjoy helping people. When I see homeless people on the streets, I don't even care if they're homeless or not. I still give them what I have, because what I have, I can give. I love giving. I'm not going to give everything, but I'll give my last. And I can admit that. I'll give my last to someone that I don't know, because that's the type of heart that I have. And that's how I know that what I'm doing in my life, I'm living my dream. Yeah. I'm living my dream.
I knew our conversation was going to definitely be emotional. I knew that when I was reading your bio. So I definitely knew that, not surprised. Like I said, at the very beginning, the tears, and then, you know, about my sister, and just hearing you and how you're pouring into people. And you just had you talked about when you were doing the wine glasses, which I have a set of wine glasses and they're blinged out and I absolutely love them. But that was just, the time that you were doing it and everything around it, that was that season. And now you're in different seasons and you're impacting people differently. So before we wrap, what would you like to leave the audience with?
I would like to say, guys, love yourself, love on yourself as much as possible. And don't expect anyone to love you the way you're going to love yourself. Please. The expectations that we have for other people, we need to have for ourselves, because it starts within us. And always remember, it starts within us.
That's beautiful. That's powerful right there. So everyone, you will have KT's information. You'll be able to connect with her, the social media, her @ and handles and website, all of that will be made available. So just make sure you check out the episode for that. Again, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast platform, I greatly appreciate you. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you share so that more people can hear these intimate conversations and these journeys of these beautiful women. They all bring something differently. And even if some of them have some similar stories, it's still different and unique to them and how they navigated it. So KT, Kristina Thomas, thank you so very much for being with us today. And thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, thank you for having me. And you enjoy the rest of your day, beautiful.
Thank you.